And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, First, avenge the sons of Israel from the Midianites, and then you shall be gathered to your people. And immediately Moses said, Arm the men among you for a battle, so that they may be able to fulfill the retribution of the Lord on the Midianites. Let 1,000 men be chosen from each tribe of Israel, who shall be sent to war. And they gave 1,000 from each tribe, that is, 12,000 foot soldiers for battle. And Moses sent them with Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest. Also, he delivered to him the holy vessels, and the trumpets to sound. And when they had fought against the Midianites and had prevailed, they killed all the men. And they put to death by the sword their kings, Evi, and Rechem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, the 5 leaders of the nation, and also Balaam the son of Beor. And they seized their women and little ones, and all their cattle, and all their goods, whatever they were able to have, they despoiled. Both their cities and their villages, as well as their fortresses, they burned. And they carried away prey from everything that they had seized, both of men and of beasts. And they led these to Moses and Eleazar the priest, and to all the multitude of the sons of Israel. But the remainder of the articles they carried to the camp on the plains of Moab, next to the Jordan, opposite Jericho. Then Moses, and Eleazar the priest, and all the leaders of the assembly went out to meet them beyond the camp. And Moses, being angry with the leaders of the army, and the tribunes, and the centurions, who had arrived from the battle, said, Why have you spared the females? Are not these the ones who deceived the sons of Israel at the suggestion of Balaam, and who caused you betray the Lord by the sin of Peor, because of which the people also were struck down? Therefore, put to death all of them, whatever is of the male sex, even among the little ones, and cut the throats of those women who have known men by sexual relations. But the young girls, and all female virgins, reserve for yourselves. And remain beyond the camp for 7 days. Whoever has killed a man, or who has touched one that was killed, shall be purified on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And all of the spoils, whether it is a garment, or a vessel, or another useful thing, made from the pelts or hair of goats, or from wood, shall be expiated. Likewise Eleazar the priest spoke in this manner to the men of the army who had fought. This is the precept of the law, which the Lord has commanded Moses. Gold, and silver, and brass, and iron, and lead, and tin, and all that may be able to pass through fire, shall be purified by fire. But whatever is not able to sustain fire shall be sanctified with the waters of expiation. And you shall wash your garments on the 7th day, and after having been purified, you shall enter the camp. And the Lord also said to Moses, Take the sum of those things which were captured, from man even to beast, you and Eleazar the priest, and the leaders of the common people. And you shall divide the prey equally, among those who went out to war and fought, and among the remainder of the multitude. And you shall separate a portion for the Lord from the portion of those who fought and were in the battle, 1 soul out of 500, as much from humans, as from oxen and donkeys and sheep. And you shall give it to Eleazar the priest, because these are the first fruits of the Lord. Likewise, from the half of the portion belonging to the sons of Israel, you shall receive the 50th head of humans, and of oxen, and donkeys, and sheep, and of all living things, and you shall give these to the Levites who stand watch over the care of the tabernacle of the Lord. And Moses and Eleazar did just as the Lord had instructed. Now the prey which the army had seized was 675,000 sheep, 72,000 oxen, 61,000 donkeys, and 32,000 human lives, of the female sex, who had not known men. And 1/2 of the portion was given to those who had been in the battle, 337,500 sheep. From these, for the portion of the Lord, there were accounted 675 sheep. And from the 36,000 oxen, 72 oxen. From the 30,500 donkeys, 61 donkeys. From the 16,000 human souls, there fell to the portion of the Lord 32 souls. And Moses delivered the number of the firstfruits of the Lord to Eleazar the priest, just as had been commanded of him. From the 1/2 portion belonging to the sons of Israel, which he had separated from the portion of those who had been in the battle. Yet truly, from the 1/2 portion which fell to the remainder of the multitude, that is, from the 337,500 sheep, and from the 36,000 oxen, and from the 30,500 donkeys, and from the 16,000 persons. Moses took the 50th head, and gave it to the Levites who stand watch at the tabernacle of the Lord, just as the Lord had instructed. And when the leaders of the army, and the tribunes, and the centurions had approached Moses, they said, We, your servants, have taken a census of the number of the fighting men, whom we had under our hand, and indeed not one was lacking. For this reason, we offer as gifts to the Lord whatever gold each one was able to find amid the spoils, and anklets and armbands, rings and bracelets, and little chains, so that you may intercede for us to the Lord. And Moses and Eleazar the priest received all the gold in its various kinds, weighing 16,750 shekels, from the tribunes and the centurions. For whatever each one had taken away in the spoils was his own. And having been accepted, they took it into the tabernacle of the testimony, as a memorial of the sons of Israel before the Lord.